I'll check my phone to see. Hello, everybody. Welcome to G.Parkers Arcade Room, where I'm checking to see if we're actually live or not yet. I don't know if we are or not. Says I have one person waiting. Well, it appears that we are live. So everybody say hello to Off Grid Arcade, my special guest and good friend. And let's say goodbye to Retro Arcade Music Man, who I don't have his audio up right now, but he usually does a great job of doing a pre-show before my show comes on. He's always on and gives us a nice lead-in. So I can't hear him and you can't hear him, but there's Retro Arcade Music Man. So everybody say hello to him and say goodbye because he's about to leave here. Thanks, Retro, if you're listening. I don't even know if he's there or not, but here you go. Remove from stream. There we go. And then I'm taking the... There's too many buttons here. Stop screen share. There we go. Okay. Take it away, Bart. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. It's always a good time. As you can see, I kept our same motif from last time, so I'm going to give recognition to some of my good friends out there. First, I want to say that Kelly is in the chat tonight, so I can't see her. Is she standing up?
Yeah, she's standing up, so she's about 3 feet below me. She's over here. She's over here on the couch in her PJs, trying to hide from the camera.
Oh, she's a good sport, but I'm under the understanding that I've got a good friend that I grew up with who is 6'8". How tall are you, Bart? You're over 6 foot, right?
Yeah, I'm just 6'1". I'm not huge tall. But I'm 6'1".
Well, this buddy of mine is 6'8". He's been 6'8" since high school.
Wow.
And played basketball, all that stuff. But when he met this gal and married her, she's 5'5".
Yeah.
And I went to their wedding, and they actually provided a kneeling stool for him to kneel down on to kiss the bride.
Nice. We did something similar. I'm 6'1" and Kelly's 5 foot flat. So she's 5'0", and when we got to the "you may kiss the bride" thing, I leaned down and acted like I was all confused, and then I called over the ring bearer, and he went over and got a step stool for Kelly to stand on, so we could kiss. But yeah, and it was all pre-staged, and
sure.
Kelly was big on don't forget the step stool, don't forget the step stool. So it was a good time though. It made the crowd laugh, so that's good.
Well, good deal. That's I'm glad you got a sense of humor about it and stuff, and that's the same way with this couple that I know here locally. They're just they're a riot, but even when I'm 5'6", and when I walk around with him, I mean the guy's a foot taller than I am.
Yeah, that's big. 6'8's tall. Jeez.
Well, he's been down to my arcade room, and it's a short ceiling anyway in the basement. It's got a ceiling fan, and he has to watch when he walks through that room to take a little duck. Yeah, because he'll hit the blades on that with his head.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah,
but
I'm tall enough to be tall, but not so tall that I'm hitting my head on everything.
Yeah,
so that's good.
I'm going to close down this window. Well, I just did, and just before we went live, Off Grid and I were talking about this. I just did a video. Retro Arcade Music Man, what you two doing tonight? He's in the house. Thanks. And I had you on here just a few minutes before. No sound, Retro, but we had you on here. So, but Retro was talking about it in his stream that he just finished, and Bart and I were talking about it because Off Grid here has a cabinet. I think you have FX now, right? Some of the new FX from Epic.
I don't have them on that cabinet. I have the new FX
right
on my laptop that I can play, but I can't get it on the cabinet yet.
Well, see, that's the same thing. I've got mine on the computer here, but I don't haven't moved it to the cabinet yet. But that was my just a little bit ago. I did a premiere of a video. So if you're watching here, which all three of you, but if you're watching this the playback, look at my past video. I attempted to put together a little video with some suggestions of how to make the new FX pinball cabinet mode work. Gamer Effects, hello, my good friend.
Oh, there's Gamer Effects. Yeah, that was actually, I watched your video because you premiered it and I was there, which you should be aware of because we were chatting in the premiere. Very informative, very good video. If anyone's watching this and wants to, because that was neat how you went into the INI file and showed, and that little app that you had linked in your description to tell you the positions. Man, that's really helpful. But I sure hope they get that fixed where you don't have to click activate every time you want to use cabinet mode. That's a bit of a pain in the butt, but I mean,
well,
I guess
there's a lot of things for us cabinet owners that are going to be a pain, and one of which is, you know, as mine is set up now with Pinball Emporium. I think you're using Pinball X.
Yes.
Right. And some people are using Pinup Popper. I believe all of those you can go pretty much straight into the old FX3 pinball and play them. But there's so many differences with this. First of all, you're having to go to Epic, you know, instead of Steam, and it was all set up through Steam. And secondly, if you have to hit that setup cabinet mode and change the direction of your, in FX3, you could always rotate, it automatically rotated your main playfield for you.
Mm-hmm.
This one here, you have to have it rotated before you start. So for cabinet owners, and maybe Zen, it's in its infancy, but maybe, hopefully they'll fix that because it is going to be a pain in the backside.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to ask you that if you still had to, because I remember when the new FX first came out, you were saying that you have to change your playfield from horizontal to vertical, right?
Yeah, and landscape to portrait or horizontal to vertical.
Yeah, yeah, and FX3 would do that automatically. Now my cabinet, I keep my playfield in the portrait mode anyway, because I don't like having to turn my head sideways to read stuff on the screen, and
I know,
it's kind of a pain. When you open up a window, sometimes they're really narrow, and you're like having to side scroll to read whole pages if they're not formatted correctly. But I generally don't. When I fire that thing up, I just click on one of the icons for either, you know, Pinball X or FX3 and go. Or Zaccaria, but
now see, so Pinball Emporium, you can launch it, and it will, from within it, you can play a Zaccaria table or a Zen pinball table, FX3 table, without even leaving that front end. It just, you can select it along with your VPX tables, and that's what I mean. It's something that there's no sense in hashing about it too much because it's in its infancy. I mean, I'm sure that they'll listen to the community and adjust it.
It's still an early release. It's not even ready yet. So I'm sure they'll have all that stuff figured out.
And I love to pick on Zen. So for anybody watching this, they know I've picked on kind of jokingly, but I'm going to take a second to defend them. First of all, they say right on there when you open it up that it's in the, what do they call it, trial mode, or hello Arcade Chaos.
Oh, what's up, Chaos?
But the other thing is there was a big thing on Facebook. People were arguing, which people argue on Facebook. You know, I think a bunch of them are just teenage kids that want people to think they're 6'8" and 300 pounds and going to kick your butt, and there's some little kid behind the keyboard. You know,
right?
People just get so. That's a story for another time. But anyway, they were arguing and fighting on there about, because Zen did announce that you don't need the cabinet code. You're not going to have to apply for cabinet code and send them a picture and all that. But they said they're going to charge for it. But if you read it close, if you read like you should before you start complaining, it can be as much as 1 credit, which I hate the credit thing, but they're valuing the credits at about $0.10 a piece is what they're saying. So you can give them 1 credit and they'll give you the credit code for good. So come on, let's
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing what people, they get online and they just like to, sometimes there's legitimate gripes and complaints, but sometimes people just go nuts. And I posted a thing on Discord the other day because I play that Golf Plus VR, and the boys play every weekend. They released a new course, and they had a pretty good deal where if you made it, all you had to do is link your Discord channel with the game so you could keep your stats and all that stuff. They gave you the new course for free, basically, if you did a couple steps through them. And the day it came out, within 2 hours later on Discord, people were saying, what's the next update going to be? What's the next course? It's like, my gosh, people, they just gave us a course today, 2 hours ago. What is wrong with you people? Just give them a break. They did a great job. Let's give them a break. But it just amazes me, the online community, how crazy they
get really wound up. And I guess the point of this whole thing is I think, yes, there's a lot of, again, I could sit here all night long and give them crap about stuff that I don't like. But I will tell you this, they did come up with a cabinet code quicker than I thought. The cabinet thing quicker than I thought it would. It is, I think I showed it tonight in that video I did. It does function. It's a little clunky to get into, but it does function. And I am liking the new game. So, hey, they never misled us. They told us what they were doing. And
yeah. And didn't they change something with the pricing stuff too, where you can build, you can put together packages? So if you want to have multiple games, then it gets cheaper for the more games you put into the packet.
I haven't really looked at that because I think so. But yes, I think the answer to your question, the only thing I have bought, and I've got all the tables on Steam on my one pinball, the older one, the ones that are, what do they call them? Anyway, the tables that already existed on FX.
Yeah, like the legacy tables or something.
Legacy tables, right?
Yeah.
So I have all those. I'm building the collection on Nintendo Switch mainly because if anybody out there is watching got a Switch, and I know Chaos does, I know Kelly does.
Right.
Yeah. If you check every week, they went a couple weeks without them, but boy, I'll tell you what, I'm about to get most of them on the Switch just because they're letting them go so cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't see any sense in buying the tables I already have that I can play on my machine on Epic that I already have. So all I've been buying is the Pinball Nor and that one that just came out with Swords of wait a second. Stand by. I see Kelly right over your right shoulder. Turned here. There she is. Go ahead.
Now she's all embarrassed. She's eating a bowl of ice cream and she's watching me to make sure that I don't move the camera because she's
Smiling Monsters feeding animals cookies. Who the heck is that? I know who that is.
But yeah, so I agree with you though. That's my plan. When I get a new video card going in my cabinet and I can run FX, I'll probably get it and get the new tables that Swords of Fury or whatever and the Mummy and all those new ones. But I doubt that I will buy ones that play fine on FX3 because they look and play great. So why would I pay for it again? But it is nice to have them on the Switch for times when you're traveling, or you got somewhere else to be, or you just don't want to go fire everything up, and you got the Switch sitting next to you. You can pick up and play a couple games of pinball.
Yeah.
But hey, there's Mr. Jami. I haven't seen Mr. Jami in a while.
Mr. Jami, welcome to the stream tonight.
And Ty Taylor's here.
Good. I'm glad you're catching up on that because I kind of got a little behind on looking at that.
Yeah. Ty got here a while ago. I'm just now getting to it because we were talking.
You know what? I just realized something. I think my settings are messed up. I think it's only showing certain. Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, I see everybody now. Okay. I had the wrong button clicked. Leave it to old Greg to hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought it might have bled over on mine because I always block Retro Arcade Music Man because that guy, he's a mess. So I don't like to see his chat, so I block him. So I thought maybe it was bleeding over.
Well, it's Retro Arcade Music Man. I'll tell you what. See, I don't mind talking about blocking him. Oh, look, Beastie Boys. Hello, Beastie Boys. But I'll tell you, the ones I like to talk about on the stream are the ones that aren't here because it's more fun if you talk behind their back. And I mean, let's face it.
Oh.
Postile and Mike Seaby's gaming headquarters aren't even around here tonight, so they're free game.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Now, Mr. Postile will say that he has to go to bed to get up to go to work earlier, but I got a text from him like right when the show was starting. So he's just a slacker.
He's a lurker. He's the lurker.
And that Mike Seaweed, he's out of town. Mike Seaby. He's busy playing with his new laptop. Yeah. He got a laptop instead of a Quest. I don't know what he's thinking.
Well, I will tell you this. I think I'll let Bart explain this. First, I want to give a little disclaimer and let Bart back me up on this. We say this with love. I think everybody should know that we're all good friends here in the community, and we love to talk smack on the others. And the only one that we really don't like is Retro Arcade Music. Oh, wait a second. He's here. He knows we love him.
Yeah. Yeah. We certainly wouldn't say anything if we meant it, because that would be mean. But yeah, if we're picking on people,
let's have fun. Let's have fun with this logic they're going with. We got quite a people in here. I've got a link set up here, and I'm going to leave it to the people in the chat. How many people would like to see Retro Arcade Music Man join in on the stream tonight? And if they do, put a 1 in here. Put a 1, because Retro did that earlier on his stream. He had people making votes on stuff. I forget it was. So Arcade Chaos, Beastie Boys, Mr. Jami, if you want to see Retro Arcade Music Man on the stream, you guys have control, and I'll send him a link. But I got to get over to this other screen.
What do I type if I don't want him here?
A 0. Zero means zip. No, don't want him. Go.
So if I put like 7 zeros, can that cancel out everybody's ones?
I'll let you do that because it's my show. It's my show.
Chaos says 1. Chaos should come on here.
Chaos, you want in here? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think the vote's in, though. I only see 1-1, and that means that Retro gets an invite. I don't know. I guess. I don't know.
And then if he doesn't show up, then it's on him.
And Retro, if you choose to accept this invitation, I just sent you a private chat link. So
there you go.
Chaos has got a toothache. Just pull that son of a gun out, Chaos. Well, hey, I'll tell you why I thought we'd invite Retro Arcade Music Man on. One, because we were talking smack on him, and we want to show you that we really love him. But number 2 is Bart and I have a new thing that we were going to talk a little bit about tonight. I think it's always good when you have somebody that has questions live with us to ask questions about that particular item. So it's 2/3 when he sees G.Parker. You know what, Retro? You had votes to come in here, buddy. Even Bart voted a 1. Chaos voted 1. Ty voted 1. We've got ones all over the place. So you're on the spot now, buddy.
Yeah, I would take it personal. If he doesn't accept your invite, I would take it personal.
Wait a second, though. Wait a second. We got something better than that. Not that Retro's not great, but I'm telling you what, we have a big-time celebrity in the green room right now.
Uh-oh.
Are you there, sir? Put your thumb up. Put your hand in the air if you're there and ready to come on the show. His hand is up. Everybody give it up. This is one of the biggest YouTube celebrities I've ever seen. I didn't know he'd be here tonight. I'm adding this guy to the stream. It is Mr.
Oh, my goodness.
Postile himself.
How's it going, guys?
Look at Poe. Shows up. Aren't you supposed to be in bed?
Probably. I'll probably be getting yelled at here anytime now. But no work tomorrow, holiday tomorrow. But I get yelled at no matter what. So.
Right.
It's that little. I see a little Retro up in the corner, but he's not here.
Well, he
heard you. He heard you were coming. Oh wait, there.
The one, the only, the blank screen Retro Arcade Music Man. Where the heck is he at?
Yeah, his computer screen is here, but he's not.
Oh, sorry.
Looks familiar.
Wait a minute, is that my screen? Is that my screen?
What is that?
Now, everybody, I want you guys to know that I did this on purpose. If you'll notice, the two handsome guys are right above and below each other.
Well, what are you trying to say about me and Poe then?
I don't have anybody below me. I got a blank. I don't know what the hell's going on.
You guys are above
there.
and below. Yeah, Retro's not even showing up.
Oh, I know what it is. I know.
There. The top row is the front row.
There you go. There you go. Leave me
there
alone.
We go. Retro's got his invisibility cloak on.
Look, Poe's right next to his little guy up there, right above him. There.
Yeah, Poe's beside himself tonight.
There you go.
Let me tell you something, guys. These are my VR golfing buddies.
Hey,
and soon, me.
Yes.
What time does GameStop open tomorrow? There's got to be a Memorial Day sale. Mr. Postile, thank you for your service. We appreciate you.
Yes. Well, I want to thank
and Off-Grid
Mr.
too.
Postile and Off-Grid for their service, and anybody that's in the chat that served our great country. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The great Mr. Postile.
I just pretty much did in the Air Force what I do now is hide from work and play grab ass a lot. So that was my job.
Those lucky asses.
Yeah.
They should be so lucky.
I always tell people whenever they came up with the crap duty that they were looking for volunteers for, I would jump all over it, and then I would just goof off, cause more trouble than I was worth. And then the next time that came up, I would volunteer again. They'd be like, no, you've already done it once. You don't have to do it. So we don't, and then I wouldn't have to do the crap duty again. You volunteer once and do a shitty job at it, they'll never ask you again.
What do they say? That's work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's the way. That's what I used to do in high school, English classes, when you had to do the speech in front of the class. They would say, who wants to go first? And I'd be like, me, because nobody's going to pay attention. They're back there crapping themselves about having to go up and do their speech. So get it done on Monday morning, sit back and watch everybody else the rest of the week. That was mine.
That's funny stuff.
But, you know, we brought up the VR thing, and since we got this group together, we've got, on the top row, we've got some experienced VR people.
Well, no.
And on the bottom row, well, you got seniority on the bottom row, because yours truly very new to this, and I think we got a wannabe over there.
Yeah. It looks like fun. So I'm just an
it is.
observer, but observing you three today, that was something exciting.
Yeah.
And
It
for a couple
it's a
$100,
unique experience.
wasn't it G. Parker that said the video did not do it justice? Describe that.
Well, I'm sorry. You asked me. I'm over here in days. Well, I think we can all say that if you watch the video that we put on YouTube, all that's recording is a flat. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys. All that's recording is it in 2D. And so it all looks so animated and stick drawn like an old you guys that are into the old gaming stuff, like an old Atari game or something. But when you're in that thing, I'm telling you what, Poe and I were talking, and you watch in his video. Mine, I don't know how to use it yet. I didn't get a very good video, but in Poe's, you'll hear him say, "We both looked over the edge of a cliff," and I mean, we were both freaked out.
Really?
I mean, it's like, whoa. And there's nothing
I
there.
always go with it's a sense of scale that doesn't translate to a YouTube screen. When you're watching it on YouTube and you're seeing the flat screen and it looks cool or whatever, but when you're in it, it's huge.
Right.
It wraps around you. The sense of scale in and of itself, besides the fact that, I'm standing over here and I'm talking to Poe and he's in front of me, and then Greg does something over here and I turn and look at him. It's not panning with joysticks or scrolling a screen. I turn my head and look, and there's Greg and there's Poe.
Wow.
And
That's
Poe's
wild.
probably missing his shot and Greg's laughing at him, and and we're just having a great time, and then we're flying around and putting our faces in the way. But it's a sense of scale that does not translate, and depth, the 3D aspect and the scale.
Right.
Until you
What
put
about
one
Poe?
of those headsets on, it's amazing.
Poe, what inspired you to buy this thing?
I always kind of thought that stuff was neat. And I did about 2 or 3 years ago, I bought the PlayStation VR for my son. Well, for my son. I always say that, but it ends up being for me too. But when he first got it, he played a lot of games on it. And the only time I had it on is Christmas morning when I was setting it up for him. And then it wasn't long after that this lightheadedness and stuff happened for me in real life. So I thought, well, I better not touch the thing. I'll be over there breakdancing on the floor. I'll be doing the curly shuffle or something. But so I stayed away from it. But watching Off Grid play and knowing that, I wanted to play more stuff with these guys, like we do Switch Sports, wanted to get into more stuff with these guys. And I thought, why not? So I grabbed it, and it's awesome. I'm having fun like I did when I was a kid playing Atari or Nintendo again. I'm laughing the whole time, and it's been a while since that's happened. It's great.
That's wild to hear that, because our love for games go back years and years when we first saw like the graphics on a Super Nintendo or a Sega Genesis or in a television. And now we're up to this, the Meta Quest. What is it? The 2?
Oculus Meta Quest 2. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. Well, they ditched the Oculus. It's no longer Oculus. They have completely ditched
Meta.
Yeah, except for the app on your phone. It's still the Oculus app. But yeah, they've officially switched everything over. Hey, there's Herb Wars. Yeah. Herb, we're still supposed to play some mini golf. We got to get you in a mini golf game.
And Off Grid, you like it so much. Off Grid, you bought 2 of them, right?
Yes.
Don't you have 2?
We have 2.
One for you,
fact, and one for Kelly. I did a video not that long ago with me and Kelly and Poe here. We're playing some mini golf together, and we discovered it's much easier just to have 2 headsets in the house than to wrestle over it, because it's embarrassing for me to get beat by a 5'0" girl. But so we wanted to play games together, and so
some people
we got 2
pay
headsets.
for that,
Yeah.
But can I want to just jump in and say one thing I want to tell you know, we're talking about games here. And since I got this thing, first I'll say as far as the games, we communicate, and I'm sure we'll put this out on our channels to anybody else that watches it. At least I will. I try to put out when the Switch is having some sales on pinball games and stuff. But Bart, I think, just sent me a thing this morning saying that there was an air hockey game that they were giving away for free. And I downloaded it today, and it's cool as hell. You play air hockey. Again, I can play against Bart, or you or Poe. Any of us can play air hockey.
I love air hockey. Yeah, that's a great game.
Yeah. I was surfing through the side quest today, and I found 2 or 3 different free games that are, you don't have to get through side quest. The Oculus app, which should be the Meta app, but the Oculus app, you can download them through App Lab, and they are completely free. There was a Frisbee golf also, disc golf, I discovered on there that has a free 2 courses you can play for free, and multiplayer is activated. So you can play multiplayer online with people, and it's completely free.
Gosh. So the possibilities.
I want to give Poe a chance to talk here. Poe, since he mentioned side quest, or Poe, can you tell the viewers here a little bit about that, or do you know enough about it? We'll defer back to Bart. I don't know much about it.
Yeah, I'm not good with it. I downloaded the app for my phone, and what I've read, the app for Android is kind of a mess. It's hit or miss with people. So I guess I could put it on our home computer. That's not our home computer is just something that's kind of there at this point. It's been there for about 5 years, and now that everybody has smartphones in the house, it basically sits there, you know. So I could put it on there, I guess, and see what I need to do, but I haven't done that yet. Through Off-Grid, I found ways to make my videos and actually not have myself muted, because I was bowling with a friend on there last week, and I thought, this is going to be great. My friend and I are playing. We're going to bowl. I'm going to make a video. And we bowled.
Did you forget to hit record again?
Oh, well, I was being a ham, not like me at all, but, you know, saying stupid stuff, dancing around and singing and all. And I was like, this is going to be a #1 video. And I go to watch back. It's just his reactions to me, like, what are you doing, man? What's going on? You know, it's just, and there I am not saying anything at all. So, there was one little slider that I needed to click at the top there to unmute myself, and I didn't do it. So, I'm still definitely learning. So.
I do that sometimes when I've had too much CBD.
Right.
I did it when I came on the show. I mean, I did it just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Some people learn the hard way, right, Poe?
Yeah. But Nacho found a way to be on that video last night, right?
Yeah.
Nacho's barking at my own cats that he knows. And Off-Grid says, it's coming through your mouth right now. You're barking right here, my head, my
Poe's mouth on his
so your mouth would move every time the bark.
Again, that's one of those things that didn't translate well into the video. I was a little depressed when I watched the video because you couldn't see it as well. But when I'm in the headset and Poe's there in front of me life size, it was obvious. I'm like, I'm laughing because his mouth is moving.
Someone needs to turn that into a short. Turn that into a YouTube short for sure. That would be so fun. We got to figure that out.
Want to say real quick, Gamer Effects, Herb Wars, just making sure. Ty Taylor, I think we've got everybody that's in here so far, but just want to say hi to. I didn't know if I'd recognize Gamer Effects yet in Herb Wars, so they're in here. So I just want to say hi to you guys.
Just watching that show today and watching the thing today makes me think like about the future. Would someday we would be in a NASCAR driving around a track, the 4 of us, or hang gliding, or something that we would maybe not do in real life. We could do it via this thing.
But here's something that Bart showed me on that golf thing that about nauseated me. He and I, before the 3 of us hooked up, Bart helped me get mine set up so I didn't look like a complete fool in front of Poe, but I still did.
But you don't have to worry about that with me. I make fool enough of myself.
I call it the Mary Poppins thing. Bart's standing next to me, and he points his thing up in the air, his little laser pointer, and pushes up. and he looks like Mary Poppins. He's just flying over this golf course, and he says, "Push up and follow me." And I'm telling you what, I had to go sit down for a minute because you're flying over like Mary Poppins. I said, "Tuppence."
Wow.
Feed the birds.
Yeah, it can get to you.
That's cool.
The first time you fly in that thing, it can get you.
Yeah. You showed me the same
Oh.
thing in the medieval one when we started flying over the castles and everything. And at first I'm like, this is awesome. Then I looked down. I'm like, okay, I got to stop this now. Back down to earth.
Yeah.
Even
Now-
your
Now
avatars,
Poe's a pro at it, though. He Poe's flying
Your avatars
around,
look
he's
so
going
real.
through.
right?
Yeah, they look
Dude,
just
your
like us.
avatars looks exactly like you guys. G.Parkers got the gray beard thing,
Which I
and
got
then
rid
Oscar's
of.
got the thing. Oh,
Yeah.
Poe, it looks like
Yeah.
Poe too. So you
Yeah.
spend a little time setting that up, right? Then you probably test it out.
Sure.
Make sure your battery's all charged up. Then you go for it. Is it
Yeah,
heavy?
'cause I think
The thing
the
on your
first-
head, is that heavy?
No. Well, I got a big
Is it
meathead
hot?
to begin with, so
It's hot, right? G. Parker?
can be.
Bart said something that I'm going to do from now on. I couldn't find the switch to my ceiling fan with it on because I was tripping over stuff in the living room. But I will have the
All right.
ceiling fan on in that game room next time I play. But what I was going to say earlier is about the gaming. I almost lost my train on that. If gaming's cool, but let me tell you, there's so much more. I can watch you, Retro, on your stream on YouTube. I can watch Netflix. You're sitting in a theater and you can make that screen like an IMAX theater, and the sound is awesome. And you can look next to you and see the chairs next to you, and maybe you'll see other people eating popcorn back. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
Sounds like that's
Did
the way
you-
to watch TV.
Yeah. Did you get that big screen app, Craig? Is that where?
no, I haven't
you
got
were
that yet. I just was watching the TV app that came with it, and even on there's a way you can. I was watching how to set it up. There's a way you can grab and expand your screen, and I was just watching YouTube. I think I was watching Retro, and I said, "Holy crap, that Pac-Man is huge!"
Wow.
It is
So
really.
it's IMAX. That's cool.
See, now Herbivores put in the chat there about the Elite strap. Totally worth the money.
That's the one we were talking about today?
Well, the Elite strap, that's the one Kelly uses.
Okay. Does Kelly like it? Oh, there it
Here's
is.
the strap,
Right. Yeah, okay.
and it has this padded deal in the back. This back here is a battery
Yep.
pack, so she has twice as much battery power. And then it has a wheel here for adjusting the fit.
Oh, okay. So you
And then
turn it.
because you twist this wheel and it'll make it get bigger and smaller. It's hard to show you on camera,
Right.
but
So it gets
and then of
it'll
course
fit
I
your
was
big
telling
head.
you earlier, Retro. Kelly has prescription lenses on there,
okay.
so she doesn't have to wear her glasses. So if I put this on, I can't see anything because her eyes are worse.
Where do you
off
get
than mine.
those? Where do you get prescription lenses at?
You got them off of Amazon, actually. Now there is. I will put this disclaimer on there, and probably Herbivores can confirm. There
Okay.
are people that will say that this Elite strap, these plastic pieces, will break. Usually, right about here.
Like
We've
when you
had this
throw
one for-
the helmet thing down?
Right.
On the
We're
ground.
like, what kind of thrasher do you have to be to break your head? If you're just, you
This
know,
game
if you
sucks.
notice, I'm not carrying it around by these plastic pieces. I use the head strap, or I hold it by, you just don't trash the thing. But
It
there
all
is-
depends
you will
on
hear
what
people
kind
say-
of adult content you're watching, how much you're thrashing around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's true.
Is
But
that
I
available?
use-
Is that available, Poe?
I hear from other
I heard
sources.
rumor.
I was motorboating your golf ball last night, though, and I
I
didn't
saw
break my
that.
strap at all. So,
I have a
the
request.
Volvo.
I have a request off grid. I have a request. Do you still
Look at
have
that
Kelly? Do you have Kelly's set still there?
I do.
I was wondering
There it
if Kelly wouldn't mind just putting that on and modeling us
Oh.
for us so we can see
Oh no!
exactly how it looks. Now, Kelly, just put that on and come on, get in the show, Kelly, and
Wow!
model the headset. Come on,
See, look, we can be
be a
twins.
sport. Yeah.
Oh, start thinking of things we can get G. Parker to do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I just screwed up, didn't I?
See, I have the Bobo VR, which is a Halo type.
Yeah.
So it sits
I
more
like
on your
that.
forehead.
Yeah.
But tell them about the battery on yours. Well, wait, we'll do Kelly first. Okay, Kelly.
There she
there's
is,
Kelly,
the great Kelly.
modeling her.
That is wild.
Could you
Kelly
guys
always
trade?
says,
Could you trade
Kelly-
places with her? Because she's a lot
Could you
better
pray
looking
play?
than you.
Stop it.
Kelly always says that I'm better looking when I play VR because half of my face is covered and the other half is covered with beard. So she really doesn't have to see much of me. But yeah, you're good.
Let's say a mosquito lands on you and you got to swat it off your face. Do you knock off your headset? Is that how the plastic thing breaks on the side?
Maybe that's how it breaks. Now I did
It could be.
yesterday. No, whenever it was, I don't know. When I was playing golf with the boys, I had my eyebrow was itching, so I did a right onto the end of the headset and about broke my finger.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's funny too because if you're playing a game and somebody's lifting their headset and you're looking at their avatar, a lot of times you can tell exactly what they're doing. When I was playing with my buddy bowling, he's like, I need to check my clock in the room. And instead of turning that off so that he could see, he looked like he was doing Bullwinkle. You know, his avatar's like, you know.
Yeah,
And
we'll laugh.
Poe brings up something
ahead.
really interesting that Bart taught me today. I'm sorry, Bart.
That's okay.
You can, if you're worried about walking around with those things and tripping on something, Bart taught me this today. If you double tap the side of that, you can see through it now. Even though it's solid, there's little cameras, and you can see through it and walk. You can escape. It's an escape thing, I call it. Go ahead, Bart. I'm
You like
sorry.
that? You like that demo?
so you tap on
Double
it.
tap. It turns on the pass-through cameras, and you can see your room. It's like
Yep.
you're looking through a black and white picture,
What?
and then you double
Did you
tap
know
it
that,
again
Poe?
and push it back.
Yeah. I found
Yeah.
out when my cat started rubbing up against my leg, and I was wondering if it was the cat or the neighbor. You know, sometimes he might creep in and do something like that. So, yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty neat.
Getting back to what Greg was asking about the battery pack for my headset. Kelly's is built in with the Elite strap. With this Bobo strap, this is the battery pack. Has a USB-C port. You charge that, and then on the back of the thing, it's got these magnets, and it just snaps on.
Oh.
And
So
basically, while you're playing, you're well, see, now my light came on because it thinks it's charging off this battery, but it's full.
Right.
While you're playing, it'll run off of this battery, and then once the battery gets dead, it'll start draining your battery in your headset. And if you pay attention to it, because you know you've been playing for a couple of hours, and you look and suddenly you're at 85% on your headset, you can pop this off while you're playing, put it on a charger, and then when you start getting a warning that says, hey, your headset's down to 20%, pop her back on there, and you got a couple more hours to play.
There's no wires needed. It just pops on, and it's just.
It's magnetic.
You mind telling everybody how much did you give for that?
It's like $50.
$50, $49. Yeah.
See, I don't know how you can beat that. I don't know how you can beat that.
And that's the one he told me about, and I ordered. I love that thing. It's a lot better than stock. What comes with the thing?
Yeah, it feels so much better. You can play a lot longer. Now we got that Elite strap, and we loved it compared to the one it comes with. The Elite strap is great, and there are aspects of it when you're playing golf and you got to look straight down. The Elite strap, the way it works, it holds it tighter to your face. So when you're looking straight down, it'll hold tighter to your face, but that does wear on, it wears you out a little bit when it's pressing on your face that hard. This one, the weight is up on your forehead, and the headset's kind of resting by your face, not so much mashed into it. So when you look down, sometimes it'll fall a little bit and it'll get a little bit blurrier.
So when the battery starts to drain on the main unit, you double tap the side so you can see through, grab your battery pack, put it on the charger, double tap it again, and you're back in VR land.
Right. And then when your
That's
headset's
awesome.
getting low, you can do it again, double tap. You can see your battery pack. It's probably full by now, the extra battery.
Put it back in the back.
And then you just put it back on there, and you're good for another couple hours. But it's almost a must, though. When I played golf with the boys today, and that golf game was 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes almost, which, as we were joking earlier, when I got done, I went to download the video on my hard drive and found out that it didn't record. So, and I was even going to do I'd set up my phone to record me so you'd see me with my headset and playing golf and all that. So I have that, but I have no accompanying actual video of the golfing.
Oh, there you go. Upload that.
I'll just upload that. It'll be fine. Let's watch some idiot with a headset on swinging a golf club.
Put it to music.
But yeah.
There you
go. Speaking of it, here's my other.
Oh, here we go.
My other accessory. This is my golf club. So I have a golf club handle that the Quest controller.
It comes with that?
No, I had to buy this. This was
another
Christmas
accessory.
gift. It's another accessory.
So everybody has that?
I don't use it for putt-putt. I use it for regular golf.
I don't have.
Is that
one,
what you
Richard.
have? You have one?
I don't.
No, they don't.
Oh,
I don't even use this for mini golf.
No, I don't play the real golf. I have a hard enough time at putt-putt. So.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a water hazard, forget about it.
No, I did play the bowling. I did play the bowling the other night. The bowling is killer.
Yeah.
You know what's cool about that bowling too? You were talking about bringing up people's videos and stuff. You're able to do that in bowling. You can bring it up over the lanes. Like I brought up Mr. Postile video on YouTube above the lanes while I was bowling. And I think you can share that with the guys that you're bowling with too. I think there was a share on their icon.
Yeah. I've never messed with it, but I think you're right.
We got to get together and try that bowling. The three of us or the four of. What are you telling us tomorrow? As of tomorrow afternoon, Retro, that maybe there's a chance that you might be joining us for something. Come on, cough it up, man.
I'm gonna let Poe answer that question.
He's getting it. He's going, and Mike Seaby's out. You know, he wanted a laptop, so. He's out. Who needs a laptop, you know?
Laptop, schmaptop.
I know
Mike
it. I
just doesn't know what he's missing out on.
You know, Mike messaged me and said, "Man, congratulations. That's cool. You got that. Yada yada yada." And the unknown gamer's in the house. Hello.
Hey, there he is.
I know that guy
because he's not really in the house. He's about 200 miles away from here right now, enjoying himself on a nice weekend retreat. So it's kind of cool.
Oh, nice.
But
yeah, sometimes I'm out at like the grocery store or the mall, and I think, is that the unknown gamer? Is that him? You know, there's everybody walking around with a paper bag over their head, and I'm thinking that could be him. I should stop and ask. But no.
But now I lost my train of thought. What the hell was I talking about?
You were talking to Mike Seaby when you got your...
well, I talking to Mike, and I said, Mike says, I got to get this laptop first. And I said, look, man, I'll tell you what. I got Poe's credit card number because I sold him something online the other day. Just here's the number, use it. And Mike
check the balance first.
Yeah, and Mike's such a nice guy. He says, well, I guess I'll just buy the cheaper one.
You know, I think there might have been a typo though on that, Greg, because I tried to use that and order some stuff and it didn't work. I don't know. It might have been the expiration date being 2099 could have been the problem, but I'm not
Check that
sure.
balance.
I'll tell you what. See, you jumped the gun, Bart. I was going to give you Retro's credit card number.
Oh man,
a lot of zeros on that one. A lot of zeros.
Yeah, Mike Seavey, he likes to tease us though, because he keeps talking about this laptop, and then he goes to the store and he sends us pictures of a Quest.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
like, well, buy it then. Don't be sending us
Like,
pictures of
look
it.
what I
Put your
could
phone
get,
away.
but I'm not gonna get it. So screw
Yeah.
you guys.
Put your dang phone away and get your credit card out. We don't care about the picture. We know what it looks like. We want to see your
Probably
avatar.
the hardest thing is going to be like a scheduling thing to get all of us together at some point. But that would be so cool.
Especially our time zone differences, because I get a text from I get a text from my good friend Retro. I see it this morning, and it came in 1 o'clock my time. Of course, you got to remember that's not that late at his time. But I woke up and I said, "Well, I hope he's not offended I didn't answer because I was snoring."
No, I did the same thing for Off Grid, knowing you guys were out cold. I was expecting an answer in the morning, and I got one, but I didn't get yours, G.Parker.
I know. I woke up this morning and had a lot to do, and I didn't even look at my phone. I admit I did.
He's a busy man. That AARP's got him running ragged.
It is. It's a bitch. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's funny because talk about scheduling. Every Sunday I play golf with my two sons and my buddy
That's right,
Rob, and Travis. Now he's the wild card because, like you, Retro, he lives in Arizona, so his time zone changes. Well, the rest of us change. You guys stay. Yeah. So right now you guys are on you're equal to Pacific time. Rob is in Mountain time. I'm in Central, and Jason is in Eastern. So we always say, are we golfing at normal time, 3, 4, 5, 6? Because that's what time we golf.
Right.
We golf at 3, 4, 5, 6 on Sundays.
You're live across the country.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
We are in four different, which is so cool because here I am. I'm here. I got a boy in Florida, a boy in Arizona, a buddy up in Colorado, and the four of us are on a virtual golf course every Sunday playing golf. You know, me and Poe and Greg, 3 different states, and here we are playing mini golf together, you know. And it's not the same as being on a flat screen and, you know, playing Tiger Woods golf or something where you're just pulling a joystick back. You're swinging a club or you know, a simulated club, and you're at the place. It's amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
People that don't play it don't understand. I don't think people really understand until you put the headset on.
Bart told me last night, he says, just teleport over here. I said, what the hell button is a teleport? I don't know.
You push a button. You just bam.
Yeah.
And you're there.
Push forward on that stick and point where you want to go and then let go and you'll be there.
Yes. And whatever you do, don't actually walk across your living room. There could be problems. You know?
I did that and bounced off my 75-inch TV. I mean, I was like,
I was just going to say, that makes for funny videos when you're recording and you hear G.Parker say, I just walked into my TV. Hang on a second. I just walked into my couch now.
Well, you lose track of where you're at in the room, too, if you walk. If you stand in one place and just use it to move. But I keep, like I was in Poe's way. At least I felt like it looked like we were one person. We were standing in the same place. And so I wanted to, excuse me. Well, it doesn't really matter, but excuse me. Well, instead of pushing the button and teleporting away, I walked away and walked right into my TV. What?
Yeah.
And when I was bowling for the first time, I punched my wife's dresser because I was bowling in the bedroom and I went past the Guardian. I'm bowling and I punched that dresser and it knocked the battery cover right off the controller and everything else.
Oh.
So, you got to watch that Guardian too.
Wow.
Yeah.
It makes you want to maybe double tap every so often.
Yeah.
Well, I was just new too, so I was walking around a little too much too, instead of just teleporting to where I needed to go.
They have a cool little app that I think it's still available, or it's part of the experimental stuff, and it would actually show you graphically if something entered your Guardian area. So, like if your dog walks in, like what happened to Beast, he walked in when I didn't hear him. He was on the carpet when I was golfing, and it wasn't a putt.
Oh, yeah.
I was hitting a driver shot, and I cracked that dog right on the top of the head. I felt bad. And, but you can turn on that mode. So if you have kids or whatever, or if your wife or whoever comes walking into the zone, you can tell. But it's kind of distracting. So most people that turned it on turned it back off.
Your wife or your girlfriend? One of the
Yeah,
two.
one of the
Well,
two.
well,
If they both walk
Herbor's
in, you got a problem.
I know, but they both come in. That's horrible.
Herbor's just put in the chat. I thought you were going to say I punched my wife.
Sorry about that, Kelly.
Yeah.
Sorry, honey.
I'd get punched right back. That's for sure.
Yeah, you wouldn't see it
She
coming.
would knock that Oculus right
Be
off you.
below the belt. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't see you either.
She would hit you with every syllable.
That's hilarious.
Man.
That's hilarious. But
It sounds like a lot of fun.
We do have a
Yeah.
lot of fun with them, and I'll tell you what, it was kind of like when we played that first round I played with these guys at mini golf. We were standing at the clubhouse. Well, that's one thing that really amazes me. I got to emphasize this. The communication is so good that we sat there and shot the bull with each other at the clubhouse before we started, just as if we had all driven 1,500 miles apiece to get together and play golf. The only thing is and you're looking at an avatar that's pretty doggone, like you said, pretty doggone close to what people look like.
The sound is really good on the video. I can't imagine what the sound is like in person. It's got to be amazing.
yeah,
It
great.
is. It sounds
Hey,
really good.
don't want to interrupt, but Gamers Effects is taking off, and later
We
have a
finally
good
wore them
night.
out.
Yeah,
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
but yeah,
There's so much
it is
great
amazing.
stuff to watch.
Thanks for the
It
thumbs
is.
up too, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It is amazing how well the chatting and stuff works. And then when you can look at the person in the virtual face and talk and laugh and yeah, it's pretty seamless. It's like you're there.
Now, remember when you guys lost me for a bit and we were waiting for Poe, and all of a sudden, that's the one thing, and it's because I live out here in the sticks. The stupid internet ain't the greatest, but it still works darn good. But, I don't know if I ever explained to you guys, the reason I disappeared is it said connection lost, and I had to reset it. It made me reset it, the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh, when you were playing?
Yeah. It was good timing, though. Poe had a whole bunch of stuff he wanted to say about you. So it was a good time for your connection. Yeah.
Is that short little bastard showing up yet, or what?
Oh, man. This is it. Who won the game out of the 3, 4 of you? You won?
Let me tell you why. No, wait. I had 20, and Bart had -9. So who wins?
Well, wait a minute now. That's not how golf works.
Well,
see, I think that's bull. I think that's garbage. The more points you have, the more you.
The point of golfing is to go out and hit the ball, right? Well, Greg got to hit the ball the most, so he won.
If you think about it, he's going to take that theory and he's going to put it towards bowling.
Right.
So the lower score you have in bowling, the better you are, right?
Right. Yeah. You
No,
damage the least pins.
I was horrible. I was the worst. I think Poe would have done better if he had to hit the ball in the water trap about 35 times in a row.
Yeah, half of his strokes on hole 2.
Weren't you guys out looking for the blue balls or something?
Who was the only one that got a hole? Who was the only one that got a hole in one?
Yeah,
somebody got a hole in one?
Yep.
No kidding. Oh wait, I got it.
Yeah, it was an unknown gamer is checking out.
Okay,
good to see you, buddy. Yeah,
gotta check out. Thought I'd stop by.
Nice.
Yeah, he's.
We're boring everybody.
He's at a real cool place. He's at a place called, if you want to look it up online, it's called Cloud9 Ranch. It's on the Missouri-Arkansas border, and
we know where that's at.
Yeah, and you can set up a camper, and they got ATVs down there, and like 400 or 500 miles of trails and stuff. Great.
It's an amazing place. It's an amazing place. Yeah.
Kelly and I met.
When Kelly and I met, we lived at the Arkansas-Missouri border, one on each side of the border. She was in Missouri, I was in Arkansas, but so it's not far from where we lived. that place. Pretty awesome place. But so I'm jealous.
How did I know that you came from Arkansas? Somehow I just knew you came from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
probably
great story.
my thick Southern accent, probably. I don't know.
Well, you hardly wear shoes.
That's true. I don't. Now,
Is that
Retro,
an
you'll
inside
get
joke?
a kick out of this. You'll get a kick out of this one, Retro, because you're from Arizona. The second year I think I was in Arkansas, I got a job there at the local grocery store, and I was just killing time mostly. And this lady, I helped her out with groceries, and she asked me where I was from, and I said, "Well, I'm actually from Arizona." And she says, "I thought I heard an Arizona accent."
Oh my goodness.
And I said,
No.
"I'm pretty sure there isn't such a thing, but thank you for noticing." Yeah, she picked out
I
my
can't
Arizona
believe it.
accent. Yeah. So,
The unknown gamer gets to go travel. And the only way you guys get to go travel is by putting on a Meta Quest 2 headset and travel that way. But the unknown gamer, he's doing it. He's out there.
Nice to be young. You know what? He can.
I tell you.
Right. Yeah.
And whippersnappers.
But this is a good way to travel. This is a good way to travel. When you got friends all
didn't you go
across the
fishing?
country.
You did fishing. There's a pinball thing. There's a bowling thing. There's the golfing thing. What else am I missing? Horseback riding?
Well, I did videos of zombie shooting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we were playing one zombie game, and I was all hunkered down in the corner, and my buddy Rob came running around the corner. I thought he was a zombie. I shot him right in the face. So how often do you get to shoot your friends in the face?
Right.
You know, so that's all good. But I have like 30 games on mine, and
I have
Maybe
that
you have the
zombie,
zombie
game, so
look.
we need to play that zombie game one time.
one of these days, me and Poe are gonna have a video shooting zombies.
And we played Pierhead Arcade last week, and that was awesome.
But
you guys
like
were
idiots,
you're throwing ski balls at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the most fun. I mean, playing the actual games were cool, but next thing you know, there's a skee ball flying past your head and a basketball, and what you were shooting that gun at me from the range there.
Yeah, we were playing that one where you shoot the crossbow and stuff, and I was like, okay, Poe's right here. So I'm shooting these arrows through his head. And he's playing the one game with the paintball droppings, and I'm playing skee ball. So I start chucking skee ball. You can't do that at a regular. You do that at Chuck E. Cheese.
No.
They escort you to the parking lot. But you do it in Pierhead, it's all good.
Imagine like a food
in my
fight or
area
something.
near Pittsburgh, it does happen in Chuck E. Cheese a lot. The local news usually shows up.
Right.
Was that what Chaos is playing the claw machine on, or is that something else? What
There is a
Chaos
claw
plays?
machine in it.
Yeah,
Is
I
there?
seen Chaos playing some. He's playing that on the Switch, though, isn't he?
Oh,
I
does
don't
he?
know.
Does Chaos have
yeah,
one that's
he
on
play-
the Switch that has a Chaos?
He doesn't
that has
have the VR.
But
He's
I know
got the
I've
Switch.
seen him playing claw machine somewhere. I don't know.
Oh,
If he's here,
yeah.
he'll let us know. I thought I saw him here.
Yeah, Kelly thinks it's called Carnival Games or something.
Okay.
I didn't know
Is
there
that
was
on the
but
Wii?
yeah,
There's a carnival game on the Wii, I think.
yeah,
Well,
there
it
was.
probably is.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I don't think he's got the VR yet, but it looks like those of us that know each other, it's growing. More people are getting them. I really want to get one. I really do. So
It's a
check
blast.
with me next week.
Yeah, I've played mini golf with the drunk gamer. Look forward to playing with Herbors at some point.
Yeah.
So it's a growing community. And
Now, do you have to know the person you play with, or can you just play with some random guy or girl?
yeah, you
I wonder.
can. Most games have multiplayer rooms that you can just join.
Okay.
Some of the games, like the golfing games and stuff, they'll have Discord servers, and there'll be a specific room for find a game, and people will post, "Hey, we're playing this game. Here's the room name. Anyone that wants to join." And like the
Okay.
mini golf, you can have 5 people join. Most games are 4 people that you can join up, and But it does
Right.
help if you have friends. Like if Poe decided he was going to start a mini golf, he could go in there and just start inviting friends, and you'd get a notification on your phone. Hey,
Right.
Mr. Postile just invited you to play mini golf.
Now,
And usually we
what if
just
your
ignore
battery
it when it's
dies?
Poe.
The three of you
Uh,
played. Let's say Postyle's battery died. Is he out of the game, or does it wait for him to come back, or how does that work when somebody's equipment doesn't work?
Yeah, generally
Yeah.
they get booted.
But mine
Okay.
yesterday gave me plenty of warning. It told me I was low, but when I
Yeah.
told these guys that, of course we were done, we were just shooting the bowl, but I said, I got to go. Well, when I checked it, it still had 20%. It started warning me plenty ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's probably like a cell phone battery. It works great at first, and then give it a few months, and then it dies quicker.
Yeah. And that's another reason
Yeah.
I like this one that Poe and I have. You can buy
Yes.
these separately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
$30.
charge
So when
for
this
it.
starts wearing out, we can go buy another one. And some people buy two right away so they can just hot swap them and play for days. But
And
It's
didn't you
too
say your
bad.
son has a 20-foot cord, USB-C cord that he can plug it
Oh,
in while he's
There you
playing?
go.
Or
Rob,
that way
Rob
it never
does that.
dies.
My buddy Rob.
Rob
he
does
has
it.
a
Rob
big-
does it. Okay.
Yeah, he has a big old long cord, and he'll plug in. And then every once in a while, he's like, "Oh, I got myself tangled. Hang on, I gotta." If he turns around too many times, it'll be wrapped around him. But and then when I play the fishing game, I sit right here where I'm sitting, and I'll plug in my
Oh, okay.
headset instead of using the
Oh.
battery, because fishing you're just
way.
kind of fishing. You're
I
not-
was watching
Yeah.
YouTube on mine last night before it recharged, and I sat in my easy chair with that plug-in thing, and I sat there with it plugged in watching. I think I was watching your stuff again, Retro, that night, just because I wanted to see
that's
everything
cool.
it did. Yeah.
I'm
That is-
excited. I tell you.
That is one thing that's more comfortable with the original head strap, though, is sitting on your recliner or something, because these bulkier ones in the back, it's a little less comfortable if you sit back on a recliner.
Hmm.
So it's a little awkward, but depending on how your chair sits and all that, that might be.
that battery thing that you take off, which is magnetic, if they were smart, they would have made it magnetic to charge it too, instead of having to fiddle with a cord.
Yeah.
Right.
You should just
have
be able to put it on
docking
a
port.
base.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That
And,
would
and
be-
picture
maybe
it.
that's on the
Say
next
you actually do have like the stomach flu when you call off, and you decide you want to play with your buddies. You're cordless. You can just sit on the toilet and poop away while you're playing golf.
That's right.
What's that game that you and Off Grid played?
Yeah.
Who
Toilet
kids?
kids.
Toilet
Toilet
kids.
kids. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna
Toilet
I'm gonna
kids.
jump in and say something real quick. As first I see NANOQ Frigus Nano Frigus. Is that it? You know him, Retro, I think, don't you?
Yeah, Nanik.
Yeah, Nanic
Yep,
Frigus.
Nanic
I want to say
Frigus.
hello, and I want to thank
Oh.
everybody. But I'll tell you what, and if you guys got some closing words, my stream's been on an hour and 8 minutes now. I'd ask the three of you to hang on just for a few minutes, and we'll go to the green room. But anyway, unless somebody's got something, I'm just going to pass it around the room. I want to thank everybody sincerely for showing up. Check out my video if you're playing that I posted earlier tonight about the FX pinball. Bart and I talked about that at the beginning. I'm here every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Central. Usually Retro precedes me on Sunday nights, so make sure you check him out. Great guy up here, somewhere over here, Postile, another great channel. So make sure you end Off Grid, and I'll go in and edit the description of this video and put everybody's link in there. So I want to thank these fellas for showing up. I want to thank my viewers for coming in, and then I'm just going to pass it around the room.
Nice work.
And I'm gonna let some final thoughts be said. So I'm gonna start up above me, and it's gonna work over to Poe, and then down to Retro, and we'll be done. So take it away, Off Grid. It's your story.
Yeah. This is a good time. And I invite anyone who has an opportunity to check out one of these quests. Check it out. Try it out. Put it on your face once. You'll be wanting to buy one. They're pretty cool. And then look for us on there. Off Grid Arcade. That's my name on the quest too. send me a friend request. We'll play some golf or bowl or something. But yeah, this is a good time. Thanks for having me on, Greg.
Thanks for being here. Poe?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said before, I haven't laughed this hard in a long time when I'm playing a game, but you're playing with friends. It's hysterical, the stuff that we do, the thing, and just looking around in awe at everything. And it's one of those things too, if you don't have a lot of time, like I'll come home and by the time I get home, it's 5 o'clock in the evening here. And Off Grid says, hey, can you play something? Well, yeah, you have time for a round of golf or you have time to bowl, it's not going to take you that long. So it scratches that itch. You want to play a game, but you can't sit down and play something that has a 25-hour campaign to it, So it's a lot of fun. It's quick and easy. So definitely get it. And yeah, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here, buddy. A special shout out to Poe because he just can't make my shows because of the time zone. I'm assuming that you're here because I hope this guy works. I'll let him describe it. So I know this is a working man here. Yeah. So, but I'm hoping you're off tomorrow, brother. I hope you get a chance the holiday off. So
yeah.
Thank you for being here. And he's a great guy. They all are, but Poe's a great guy. Retro, take it away. Retro, take it away.
So here we are with a new platform on a way to giggle and enjoy some great games. I tell you, I saw a video today that inspired me to hunt one down. I think I'm going to go to get one. And we're going to enjoy that for sure. I sure enjoy seeing Poe on here as well. So I want to make a special shout out to Mr. Poe Style right there. This guy. Thank you, Poe, for all you do. All your videos, even little Nacho there, that keeps us all entertained.
Oh, thank all you
before
guys.
We end the stream,
that's the entertainment. Watching YouTube videos before bed. So love watching your channels.
Oh, thank you. Now, before we go, G.Parkers, I think it's very important that we give Gamers Effects a secret word to put down in the comments, so that if he watches this all the way to the end, he's going to see the secret word and he's going to put it down below in the comments. What do you think that secret word should be, G.Parkers?
Meta 2.
Meta 2. You hear that, Gamers Effects? Put it down in the comments because you were not able to make the full video. So we want to make sure he writes that down. We have to make sure he watches the whole video.
Go back and see what you missed.
That's right.
Yeah, one more thing about this thing, since we're all into the old games and everything. I've said this before, I think, to Off Grid. I really wish, Namco comes out with a museum game for every console, every system. Somebody like that needs to do that. We need to be able to walk into a virtual arcade with all the Namco games right there. I can lean on the machine while you're playing Galaga or Pac-Man or something. Yeah. That's what we need for the meta.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna close with one last thing. Again, thanks to everybody here. Again, stick with me for a few minutes at the end of the broadcast. I want to thank y'all personally, but I want to say one last thing, and that is a special shout out to Mike CB's gaming headquarters. I know that you wish you were us. I know you wish you were us.
I knew it was coming.
That's awesome.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks.